What's up, y'all? Erroneous here, back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. In today's video, I finally cracked the code to this new FIREKNIGHT team. It took me forever, but I was waiting on a specific champion's awakening, and that was Martyr, in order to open this up, for me to break through Stage 10 hard mode, full auto. And I am 100% free to play. I've been playing for over 5.5 years. It took me so long to do this. Of course, FIREKNIGHT hard mode hasn't been around for that long, but it has been around for at least a couple years now, maybe more. So yeah, it took me forever to do this, but I finally made a team today with the free re-gears that we just got. Thank God for free re-gear. I did stack 2 free re-gears on top of each other, so I waited till last second to pull them. I only have 11 minutes left, so I can't do any more swapping of gear. It took me almost 2 hours to swap gear around nonstop to make the team work and to get it to optimize to the point where it's pretty much 100% success rate, but it could be even better. It's still RNG, right? It could be better. But the issue is with the boss, if God forbid he one-shots a champion and they don't have the revive on death on them, then of course that's a problem, right? So first things first, let's go right in. So far it's 100%. I've only run it a couple times, so I'll show you the optimizer. This will be my third run. So here's the optimizer right here. Here is my team. You have to have crazy gear. You have to have crazy gear. That's all there is to it. You have to have insane gear for hard mode stage 10 of FIREKNIGHT if you want to have a really fast team, that is. You don't have to have insane gear if you want a slow team, right? There's a difference. But I'm trying to optimize for a fast team. My previous team was about 2 minutes and 40, 2 minutes and 50 seconds, sometimes over 3 minutes, depending on RNG. And that was with Thor, as well as Xenogear Blade Master, and it wasn't including COLDHEART. Now, I did have to make COLDHEART extremely fast, 283 speed. Martyr, 289 speed. Newt, 315 speed. Thor, 270 speed. Cardiel, 337 speed. Now, these speeds are for clearing this stage as quickly as I can. Now, of course, I could optimize it even further and make it even faster, but that would require even better gear. So the best gear for this dungeon, or for most content in the game right now, is going to be merciless gear. You're going to want 9-piece if possible, but you need, I would suggest, at least a 6-piece. You could possibly do it with a 4-piece because you really want to be able to reset cooldowns, 30% chance to reset cooldowns every time you attack an enemy. So merciless gear is going to be the strongest here. The next thing is you need awakenings. You need awakenings for hard mode dungeons. If you have 0 awakenings, it's almost impossible. It's basically impossible to do this specific team without the awakenings. So let's just hop right into the dungeon, FIREKNIGHT's castle, get those disclaimers out of the way before you go any further in this video. So for stage 10, I got a 2-minute quickest run, which is even faster than my stage 6 team, which was 2 minutes and 9 seconds, but it was an older team, so of course I could optimize that team to be even faster at some point. But why would I want to do that if I can farm stage 10 in under 2 minutes and 30 seconds? The average for this team that it shows in the optimizer is 2 minutes and 9 seconds, as you can see there. So right here, you can see 2 minutes and 9 seconds on average, and I can view the team, but I can't, only because I don't purchase the premium. But if you wanted to purchase the premium, you can see everything in detail. But this is Hell Hades optimizer site, and you could try to build it. If you have premium, you can also automatically build this team. It'll go straight from from here in Hell Hades right to your account, and it'll automatically build it. But you'd have to get the premium, of course, and I know it's fairly cheap, so you could definitely do that if you'd like. So plugging Hell Hades, there you go. Cardiel, Thor, COLDHEART, Martyr, Newt. So let's go into this right quick. I only have it done twice, so who knows? We might actually fail this run. I just don't have enough. And I am doing the super raids. Both of these runs were including super raids. So to show you the team setup, I have it set up like this. Now, if you want to guarantee the run, and if I don't want to lose at all because of RNG, then I have to shut off Blessed Bash on round 3. That would make the run closer to 3 minutes. But it's still okay. Sometimes it might even go to 3 minutes and 30 seconds because you're focusing and mainly relying on COLDHEART. Now, I could do Marius, but the issue with Marius is it's too much RNG for me. If I have Marius, then yeah, again, I was trying to make him work, but I need like 300 plus speed, and I just don't have it. I do use him in Arena as well, and so that's my issue, is because I have Stone Skin on him, I don't have him in my Merciless gear. If I wanted to make him full PvE, I could do that, but you can only get one Marius. You can't get multiple Marius in this game, so that's the unfortunate part. It is what it is. But as I get better gear over time, I could throw Marius in here, and as long as I make him extremely fast. So he has to be around like 300 plus speed. I can't get Marius that fast, unfortunately, and I don't know if it would even be 100% unless I had even better gear. The other way I could do that is if I had higher awakenings on my other champions to make sure they survive. So for example, if Cardiel had an awakening, then he would have higher survival rates, as well as I could put the blessing right here that my Coldheart has to do more DPS to the shield, which means there are more knocks to the shield, right? And then of course Newt, if I wanted to change him to the Reaper skill, Soul Reap, then you could kill the boss when he gets around like 20% HP if he's a high awakening. So definitely a bunch of different options that you could utilize. You could also put Thor in the Soul Reap blessing if you wanted to, so that against the waves he does more damage too. But I recommend putting Thor in a 6-piece or 9-piece Merciless. Coldheart, 6-piece or 9-piece Merciless. Martyr, I would put her in a shield set or a bolster set. It's got to be a shield set, because if you go against the boss and you don't survive the hit, it's pretty much over. It's donezo. So Cardiel, I have him opening with the A1, then he's going to do the A2 afterwards, because Martyr's going to place the counterattack, so we're getting so many hits on the boss that his shield comes right down, and then Cardiel goes in with the Heavenly Host. To make this even more successful, you want to make Cardiel as fast as possible. I recommend getting like 360 plus speed if you can get it on your Cardiel, but with Reflex and Merciless, that's extremely hard to come by. So for my Cardiel, I think I just have Reflex set at 337 speed, but also keep in mind, I do have maxed speed on my Fire Knight area bonuses. So I'll show you my bonuses later, but I have a max speed on Fire Knight area bonus. So keep that in mind. So my Coldheart's only 263. My Martyr's only 269, which is still, I'm saying just 269. It's still pretty insane, right? But this is for end game players. My Newt is 295 and my Thor is 250 speed. Of course, I would like Thor to be even faster. Thor is there because he places the decreased speed on the boss, which is very, very important for Newt to be able to get back around to the Dwarven Might and keeping the boss's turn meter down. And of course, you'll have more of a 100% success rate with better gear, like I said. It all comes down to your gear. If you can't do it, then you can try to farm it in like 3 to 4 minutes with other variations of teams. But I'm not going over that in this video. So Martyr's really strong. Coldheart, this is what hers is looking like. So I'll start from the top. Cardiel, just take a look here. Thor. Coldheart. Martyr. And Newt. That's for the boss. When it comes to round 1, shut off everything for Cardiel on the round 1 and round 2. And then this is what you want to focus on round 3. For Thor, round 1, use his Fulminous Ricochet. Make sure he goes after Coldheart because she does the Art of Pain, and then Thor finishes them off. Okay, if he goes before, then Coldheart might not finish them off, the wave. So then this one, go Fulminous Ricochet again. You want to shut off Hammer of Heaven because you want to make sure you have it available after his A1 when the shield is down from the boss. On Coldheart, shut off Heartseeker, shut off Heartseeker, and then she's the only champion in the game that has proper AI set up for Fire Knight. I think that Raid Plarium should try to make other champions have good AI during Fire Knight, because if Newt had good AI, then you wouldn't have to worry about putting Newt's A3 on cooldown or anything like that, or focusing anyway. He would just do the A1 when he needs to, when the boss's turn meter is too high. And then he would use the A3 whenever he wants. So that's another way that it could be optimized. But I mean, yeah, they should fix Newt's AI specifically for Fire Knight. That's just my personal opinion. So Coldheart, there you go. Martyr, I just shut off on round 1 and 2. On 2, I make her do this ability. Also, I will show Martyr's books and other champions' books at the end, as well as masteries. For the round 3, she's just going to do this. She needs to be the slowest on the team, so that way everybody else goes, well, she doesn't have to be the slowest. Thor is the slowest. Preferably, you'd want her the slowest, though, because she's going before Thor. Either way, it still works, but Thor, I would like him to be around 290 speed if possible. I just don't have the right gear for him. So there you go. Newt, he does the Blessed Bash here, which you could shut this off. It would be fine. I just don't like to freeze the champions because if I can help it, because then you do less damage to the waves. And then here I shut off Blessed Bash, so hopefully he has it ready to go after the Dwarven Might. If not, he'll get it in 2 turns. All right, so let's go into this and let's start. Long ramble there, but I will show the rest of the stats and whatnot afterwards, again, in the tavern. So this is what we do. He goes in the Ricochet, almost wiped him out. So that's the issue there. And there's the big hit from Newt. Again, I don't need to do the Blessed Bash. I could just turn that off. It's not really necessary. So let's see. We get in cooldown reduced, decreasing cooldowns because of the Merciless set. So that's why Merciless set is so strong with the 4-piece. But preferably you want a 6-piece because it ignores 35% of the target's defense. And of course, relics come in handy as well. So keep that in mind. Relics are extremely powerful in this game. And if you can help it, you want to try your best to get good, strong damage dealer relics. So one of the strongest in the game is the Malefic Talon. The Malefic Talon is you're gonna want to put that on your Coldheart, on your Newt, on your Thor as well. You could even put it on your other 2 champions, Cardiel and as well as Martyr if you needed to. But that's just a recommendation of mine if you can help it. So there you go. He goes in with the Blessed Bash. Now we're starting to do damage. See how I saved the A3 from Thor to decrease the speed? So that way he goes ahead and cleanses. She hits him. Then he goes in again and drops his turn meter again. That's why his speed needs to be so high, because when the decreased speed lands, he can then get another turn in on the boss, the Newt. If we don't get the decreased speed landing, then unfortunately Newt won't get another hit, but we are protected by the Cardiel, which is nice. So you can see we're ramping up here. This is going to be another really quick run, in my opinion. If Newt was a little bit faster, then we would have been golden there. We would have had a way faster run, but unfortunately Newt's not fast enough. So that's where I say I can optimize it even further. If Newt got a turn there, maybe he was like 320 speed, he would get a turn and then drop the turn meter again and go from there, or get a Blessed Bash hit in potentially. So this is looking like a 2-minute and 20-second run, but like I said, it's under 2 minutes and 30 seconds. My fastest time is 2 minutes. And again, I can optimize this even further. But right now, it is 100% success. I haven't lost yet. That'll be my 3rd fight, 2 minutes and 28 seconds. Okay piece for Fury, but Fury set is not that great. Regen wasn't that great. And I'm doing this also because we do have the Fate Scrolls coming in for the events going on, as well as the fusion going on right now. And the event is, or not the event, the tournament is FIREKNIGHT. So it's a turn attack tournament. And I want to try my best to get all the way out to these crystals, the Prism Crystals, because right now we also have another event going on, the Force Summon Pool event. And with that, there's a chance to get Freya, Glycade, a bunch of amazing champions here, even Harima, who I've been waiting to get for a long time. Harima's amazing, but also Freya is insane. She's a crazy champion, so getting any of them would be fantastic. So there you have it. I did beat it again. That's 3 times in a row now without losing. And so now if I do a live refresh on Hell Hades Optimizer, I wonder if it'll update in game. It does update in game. So now if I pull up the Hell Hades Optimizer, I refreshed it, and now it is at 2 minutes and 15 seconds for an average duration. So it's not bad. It's really not too bad. I like this team so far. I'm going to optimize it even better over time, and hopefully I'll get under 2 minutes. That's kind of the goal. But I would really like to incorporate the Marius instead of the COLDHEART if possible in the future. But I want it to be 100% success rate. That's my problem. So let's take a look. We're going to go ahead and look at these champions recently used. So we got Thor, Feyhammer right here. Let me pull off the Hell Hades. I don't want you guys looking at that the whole time. So Thor, Feyhammer, as you can see, he is in a 6-piece Merciless. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, reason why, ignores 35% of enemy defense, as well as 30% chance to decrease a random skill cooldown by 1 turn whenever they deal damage, which is extremely powerful for any nuker on your accounts. If you take a look at his full stats, he's at 250 speed, 361 crit damage, which is really high, but again, this is endgame content. I am an endgame player. I also have a relic, so removing the relic would reduce the crit damage by 26. And then I throw in Fire Knight. As you can see, I have a almost maxed Fire Knight in the area bonuses, but I recommend if you're only going to max one thing in the area bonus for Fire Knight, just max out the speed, and I also recommend maxing out the accuracy. So speed and accuracy are the main things that you want to max out. Of course, for survivability, you'd want to max out HP as well. But like I said, here's his masteries. We've got him in Helm Smasher at the end. I put a little bit more accuracy on him, but you could go with the counterattack masteries instead if you'd like. That would probably be recommended in case you're getting hit and losing a lot of HP. He'll counterattack and hit the shield. And then for the Blessing, I put him in Nature's Wrath because I use him in Hydra and I do a lot of buffs. And it says increased damage inflicted. Oh, this is for debuffs. Sorry, not buffs. Every debuff he places successfully, except debuffs placed by gear sets. And if it's maxed out, he'll do even more damage and it'll be even faster over time. Again, Malefic Talon. For the socket, I put increase the wearer's crit damage by 10% for each enemy whose HP is lower or at 50%. There you go. So that is the Thor Feyhammer. And then we've got Newt. Newt is a defense-based nuker. He's also in Merciless. Again, 9-piece Merciless is going to be the absolute best for Fire Knight hard mode. If you can get 9-piece Merciless, you're coasting. You're literally flying through it, like with flying colors. And you can get these speeds or a little bit higher, even better. So I do have a quad roll here, but it's on a 5-star piece. And this is all from farming or pushing in the Cursed City hard mode and the normal mode. So you can do it too, it's just going to take time. So here's his total stats: 295 speed, 4500 on the defense, 285 crit damage. And then we go to Fire Knight. He's at 315 speed, 294 crit damage, 404 accuracy. Again, speed is going to be key here, as well as a little bit of survivability if you can get it, and some accuracy to land debuffs on the boss. I have no relic on my Newt, but I would recommend getting a relic on the Newt as well. Malefic Talon, it's a rare relic. One of the best damage relics in the entire game is Malefic Talon. And it's because it's so convenient and affordable for all players. No relic, like I said, fully maxed for books. Now I have Brimstone on mine, mainly due to, I believe, for Cursed City or other areas. I think for Amius is why I was using him with the Brimstone. Now you could go ahead, I would recommend, if you're just going to be using one of your newts, maybe you have multiple newts on your account, you want to go for Soul Reap, because then the threshold target is 8% and it'll one-shot and make your run even faster. So once you get them down to 8% of the HP, hopefully it procs the Soul Reap, boom, your run's even faster than my run. Then I have him in the crit damage Flawless Execution. That was mainly for, I had that a while back. You could go with Helm Smasher as well to help with wave, but honestly, crit damage is where it's at if you want to cap out on your 10%. So for me, I was just trying to get as much crit damage as possible for his Blessed Bash ability. But again, also I would recommend going with the defense tree if you can help it. Get the Retribution to counterattack the boss's shield if you need it. And like fully booked there, so there you have it. Then we got Martyr. Martyr's in a shield set. It's not the strongest shield set on my account, but it is decent. And she's at about 60,000 HP. You want to aim for around 60,000 HP or higher. I would recommend going for 70 or 80k to guarantee you don't get one shot by the boss taking his first turn, because if your champions get one shot on the first turn before you place the revive on death, then the run is over. So you got to be careful. So she's right now 269 speed, 300 accuracy. She could also land decrease attack and provoke on the waves as well. And for Fire Knight, again, the speed is king here, with a little bit of accuracy, and survivability comes after, in my opinion. So there you go. There's her shield set. I do have Feral. Feral is so much easier to collect nowadays. Her gear is not fully maxed, but it's getting there. No relic on her. I would recommend possibly a damage relic as well, or maybe like a reflect damage type of relic or something that is going to help her against the boss and do a little bit of damage as well. I only have 2 books in her, so I would recommend booking her out if you can, but this is the one that you mainly want to book if you can help it. You don't need to, but it does increase your survivability with this one here booked. And then the attacks all enemies, again, you don't need this one booked, but it helps with survivability against the boss if you can keep landing decrease attack. If for some reason the boss gets back around to his turn and places that shield and hits you guys, at least he'll have decrease attack on him. Now I do have her in Helm Smasher because at one point I tried to build her as a damage dealer in protection set, but it wasn't working because I needed better damage output. But here are her stats. Let me move myself over here so you can see her offense. There you go. And for a blessing, I put faultless defense. You need this blessing. The team won't work unless you have this blessing, unfortunately, because the blessing reflects damage, and the reflected damage takes away numbers from the shield. So the shield counter will go down, and that's why you need this blessing right here. And then I think that's it for her. For Cardiel, I put him in reflex. If you can help it, you want to put him in reflex as well as a 4-piece merciless. I only have 2-piece merciless. Other merciless pieces would take off other champions that I don't want to take off of, but this works for me because the reflex has a 40% chance to reduce a random skill cooldown, and he's currently at 317 speed. With Fire Knight, he's at 337 speed. Again, I wish I had him around 360 speed, but I don't. So just looking for speed for him, that's about it. You don't even need masteries. I have no masteries on mine, but you do want to try to fully book this ability, A2, and this ability, A3, so that you can get consistent skill cooldown, or rather consistent ally attacks on the boss. And then he constantly is attacking with allies at times, and he has a chance to attack more with the Perch Shadow. This is also an insane relic in my opinion. He has a 10% chance to receive an extra turn when using their default skill if at least one active skill is on cooldown, which he's going to have them on cooldown constantly against the boss. So there you have it. Oh, Coldheart, last one. So Coldheart, merciless, 6-piece as well. With her, she's at 5600 attack, 263 speed, 281 crit damage. With Fire Knight, 283 speed, 290 crit damage. And for Blessing, Phantom Touch. If you can help it, get Phantom Touch on multiple champions. Keeps the shield down. It does more damage, more shield damage counters, right? So every hit to the shield counts. So with her, she has a quad hitting A1, and then another hit with the Phantom Touch, which is significantly impacting that shield. I put her in a Malefic Talon as well, so she can do more damage to the waves. And then she is fully booked. And then I put her into Helm Smasher with counterattacks as well. There you have it. That's going to be it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. You can also join the Discord where we talk about Raid all the time. And subscribe to the channel on your way out. And I'll see you on a video soon. Take care.